Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Definitely a brand new day. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Couple things. First, I've written something, so I want to actually read it this morning. But before I forget, the Shelton, Washington Weather Plague Rat and Spider Report, mostly for the Spider Report, just because this morning, looking at the garden spiders in the window over there, the middle spider, the one that's next to the box fan, I don't know what it is going on with her. I just was looking at all the spiders' webs this morning, and her web is dirty, and it's got holes in it. It's tore up, and some of the anchor lines are just plain dusty. You can see them from a distance. She's not an old spider, so I don't know if that's just her species or... But anyway, I just wanted to mention that. The three spiders are... I don't know if the one spider that was above the window is still there. That's hard to see. She may be gone. But the garden spider next to the box fan and then the garden spider over in the corner, she is still there. She was working on her web this morning. And then the spider that was behind me back there... between the wall and the ceiling has moved. She's over there a bit, so she's still here fiercely protecting her egg sac. Definitely a thumbs up on that. A good thing. The last I saw, yep, there's the little baby spider down there by the light, and I think, yep, there's a spider inside there in the corner, and that's a good thing too. For a while, I was accidentally irritating that spider, and I feel bad about that because I have things right next to, because my computer is right there and the cage is right there, and I have cables and cords. Some of my USB cables I would just drape over the edge, and then I noticed they would fall and then go right into her web. And then when I pulled them out, they tore up her web again. So it's like, oh, so now I try not to do that. I went out walkies early yesterday because I had nothing to eat in the house. And so, yay. Now, the weather was moderately good. It wasn't raining. It was dampish, but it wasn't raining. So that was good. It was good. Now, I can't remember if I went out a second time yesterday. That's a weird feeling. I don't like that feeling. I literally cannot remember if I went out again last night. Thumbs up for that? But who knows? I do know that I played video games and did that sort of thing. And I do know that one of the people I saw at the store was one of the young people, works for like Hostess or like pull down, nose free. So, yeah, you do what you can and you can only hope. Thumbs up for that. But still, life is life. And it's calm outside. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. Probably cold and damp. It's Washington State, so thumbs up for that. Now, as for the thing that I have written this morning, for the past couple days, I've been thinking about the Lobster Hat wearing duck head of judgment, because I like to write. I am a writer, even though I have ADHD issues. And it's hard to concentrate to the point that it's so hard to write anything at all. I've been working on a monologue. Got it finished up this morning because I wanted to make sure it actually got done. So I'm going to zoom in on the Lobster Hat wearing duck head of judgment as I read this paragraph. Excuse me. I am the lobster hat wearing duck head of judgment, and I suffer from a surplus of scorn. I am always ready, although not eager, to cast this scorn upon all those whom I deem have fallen. One could reasonably ask, what sort of life is this? Judging and casting scorn. And who am I to judge and cast this scorn? But I reconciled this within me long ago, and I enjoy my duty. And I do mean long ago. Before there were stars and planets, I was. Before there were ducks, hats, lobsters, or people to judge, I was there. And even then, I suffered. Do not disappoint me, for my mockery is severe. I am the lobster hat wearing duck head of judgment, and I suffer from a surplus of scorn. So do not disappoint the lobster hat wearing duck head of judgment. Oh, it suffers from a surplus of scorn. Past that, there hasn't actually been a whole lot going on. I cannot remember even if I fell asleep or stayed awake yesterday. I think I fell asleep for a little while. But luckily, I did not stop breathing, I believe. Now, my sleep apnea is not constant. I mean, I don't instantly fall asleep and then just stop breathing right then and there. There are points. It might only be once, it might be twice, it might be a couple times, where when I go to sleep, my brain just forgets to tell my lungs to breathe. And that's the scary part of my apnea. It's not from a collapse of soft tissues. There is no obstruction. My brain just literally forgets to tell my lungs to breathe, and so I stop. I remember as a kid times when it felt like I would have to manually breathe because my body would stop doing it on its own. Maybe that was actually true, and that those memories are I actually had to remember to breathe. Because it didn't last for great periods of time, but that could have been daytime apnea? Who knows? Memory is funny. But yeah, that's joyous. But I didn't have tingling extremities. I didn't have a headache. I didn't have extra fog, because whenever I fall asleep, I have an extra thick layer of just mental fog poured on top of my normal fibromyalgia fog. So that's always fun. But I didn't have any of those things, so I think for the period of time I fell asleep, I stayed breathing. Definitely a good thing. Good Lord, my apologies. Not a whole lot to talk about, as you may have noticed. One of the things that I did find, and have found very, very irritating of late, is I keep getting kicked out of my account by Facebook for suspicious activity. It's like every single day. I've had to change my password like 4 times in the past 3 days. And it is just annoying beyond words, just like this is. Let's hope that works. But I'll go in to see Facebook, and then they'll say, you've been locked out for suspicious activity. You probably entered your password into something that looks like Facebook. Let's go and change your password and then walk you through a bunch of stuff. I don't enter my password. I use a password manager. And so I just click on Facebook and I'm signed in no matter what. So I don't enter my password on anything except for the very first time when they say, we need to change your password. So I haven't entered it anywhere else. Then I change my password and it walks me through the suspicious activity. It says, did you unfriend these people? And it's someone that I unfriended a couple weeks ago. So yeah, I did. How about these posts? Are these yours? Yeah, they're all my posts. These comments. Yeah, they're all my comments. There was nothing suspicious in the slightest. There was just normal me activity. And they keep shutting me out and having me change my password because of suspicious activity, which is just normal day-by-day posts. So I have no idea what is going on with Facebook. But I got so tired of it just because of the changes. The latest change to Facebook is just exhausting. With my ADD ADHD and the way it is when I open up Facebook with the changes that they have. It's just exhausting. I can't click on anything. I can't even get the energy to scroll. I just look at it and it's tiring. So I close it. I can do that. But I use an extension on Chrome that turns it into the old Facebook. So maybe that's what it's swinging on? Even though it doesn't post, it just changes the way it looks to me. Thumbs up? But still, life is life. We have to do what we have to do. Past that, though, I have been just surviving and doing the best I can. I mentioned, that I'm playing things that I've been playing game-wise. I'm still doing Grim Dawn. Now, the thing about that, though, because I hate just playing the same game. It's like when I play a game, generally I have to wait years before I can play it again. The last time I was playing Bloodborne, I once again stopped playing it. So it has to be a while before I can go back and replay it, because redoing stuff that I've done drives me nuts. If I lose a lot of progress on a game, I'm more likely just to stop playing it than to redo it, because I don't like retracing my steps like that, to the point that I'd rather just not play a game than retrace my steps. And yet, of course, I'm still replaying Grim Dawn. And I play games like every couple of years I go through and play Duke Nukem all the way through from beginning to end. I played the game Blood, one of my favoriteest games in the world, all the way through. Everybody that is anybody hates the game Redneck Rampage, but I love that game so much, and I go back and I play Redneck Rampage, like pre-2000s games. Thumbs up, good stuff. Can't remember where my particular rant was leading on that. Oh yes, it's because I am playing Grim Dawn, and what they keep doing, even though it's been out since forever, they do keep updating it. It's not exactly a live service. You don't have to do microtransactions. You don't have to log into their servers. But they use servers, and they keep updating the game. And they keep updating it in awesome, awesome ways. That is a very, very good thing. They make changes all the time. In the beginning opening section, it used to be there was just a turn you made. When I was playing, there was an extra spot. You could go downward. And it opens up into an area. You have to spend a lot of money. You have to spend some resources to fix some stuff. And when you get down there, it's just not really worth it reward-wise. But the fact that they added that to give you the option to go down there, and they randomize loot, so who knows what's down there next time. They keep adding to it and changing the systems. Now, some people don't like the changes. Russian Timing doesn't like some of the changes because they added not just devotion shrines that you have to fix, but there's also totems. And you have to go through and cleanse the totems, and they just show up randomly throughout the map, and it's just boss monsters thrown at you and then a ton of loot. So yeah, they throw a ton of loot at you all the time. You can get mega powerful, mega fast. But at the same time, they're also throwing the bad things at you that are very tough. I'm super tough right now because of all of the loot that I've been grabbing. But I stopped playing last night because the boss monster wiped the floor with me without breaking a sweat and barely taking any damage, while I and all my companions, well, like I said, we were smeared into a fine paste and painted all over the walls. So, I gotta get a bit tougher, a little bit more grinding. And that's the thing, I like collectathon games. Give me intelligent grinding, and I will grind for hours. I like grinding. I can concentrate on that. Bright flashing colors, loud noises. I can concentrate on video games when it does this. So thumbs up on that. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. I have very good, there's foveal vision, which is what you focus on. There's like parafoveal, which is outside of that, and then you have your peripheral vision. I have very, very good parafoveal vision. When I'm looking at a word in a sentence, I can generally read the entire paragraph without moving my eyes. So I'm going to be reading these things accidentally. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. Oh, eat your ear. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, cannabis use, ADHD, and more, I'm amazed sometimes I can remember my own name, and I have in the past forgotten that. Russian Timing, thumbs up and thank you. Good to see you in the comments again. Celeste Ross, thumbs up. We have Ice Damon, good to see you in the comments. Blake Avila, thumbs up. Gloria Gutierrez Estepa, thumbs up and thank you. Christopher Thomas, greatly appreciated. Satit Leo, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And Nathan Hubbock, greatly appreciated. Alejandro Solis, greatly appreciated. Jonathan Crespo, thumbs up. Bua Kamoli, good to see you in the comments. We have Drop V, thumbs up. Yak TV, doesn't just look cool, it is cool too. Luna River, thumbs up. Yuki likes hot potatoes, the best kind of potatoes. Snuffkin's Gay Ass, thumbs up and good to see you. We have Sebastian Ferris, and then a thumbs up and thank you. There's Halu with, I'm not sure what that is afterward, but thank you very, very much. Then there's Ben Taylor, greatly appreciated. We have Asadni Palkovadba. I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And then we have Flora Mew. Thank you very, very much for your extended comments. They are greatly, greatly appreciated. Then we have Osana Naimi. I bet I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And Colin Reisenauer, thumbs up and thank you. Carola Cortez, thumbs up. And that's it. 24 comments. Thank you all so very, very much. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and boy, Audacity this morning is just, it looks like it is struggling. Thumbs up for that. Hopefully it's going to function properly. Anyway, though, thank you all so very, very much for getting me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people. It is appreciated to no end. Definitely a thumbs up. If you go check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. Definitely a thumbs up. If you'd like to help me out but you didn't want to send money there, I have a PayPal link down below that you can send money to. That would be very cool. If you'd like to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wishlist link as well with things like cat food, which I am in desperate need of, and hamster bedding, which I also use for my cat's cat box. So if you could check that out, that would be very cool. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. A definite thumbs up. And hopefully I put the please subscribe to the channel at the very beginning of the video. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Thumbs up for that. Well, hey, I've got this video that you've hopefully been watching. I've got another video that I need to record, edit, and render. No real push for me to get it done by 3 o'clock p.m. It's a weekend, and as long as something is public, then I'm happy with it time-wise. So hopefully you are too. Yay! Anyway, though, we heard the story of the lobster hat wearing duckhead of judgment, so please do not disappoint this being. Black Lives Matter, damn it. And please, when you go out, wear a mask. It's very good. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, practice social distancing. It's painful, but it's smart. And you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend. That is a very good thing. I can't speak English all of a sudden. And that is a very good thing. And of course, justice for everybody. That the jackbooted, brown, Justice for everybody that the jackbooted, brown-shirted fascist thugs in police uniforms keep brutalizing and murdering on American streets.